Hey, welcome to Rust Revival Garage. My name is Tim. You know, my Jeep has been running really rough lately, and the check engine light has been on forever. I'm pretty sure it's my O2 sensors, but let's go ahead and take a look just to make sure. Okay, it's scanning right now. See what it comes up with. It usually takes a few minutes. Okay, you probably can't see it, but it says DTC, so I'm going to push that. Fault 2, pend 1. So I've got a P0132, P0138, P0141. So I'm going to look these up just to make sure, but it's pretty much the O2 sensor. So in my case, it is both sensors are showing a code. Sensor 1, bank 1, and then in the rear one is showing too much high voltage. So yeah, now the difference between my Jeep TJ and yours is that someone moved my first oxygen sensor. It's not up by the exhaust, it's downstream a little bit. Here, I'll show you. So most of the time it's up just before your catalytic converter. Someone, the previous owner, took out the catalytic converter and they put the O2 sensor right up in here. Can't really see it, I'm sure, but it's before this transmission skid plate. The traditional one is just past the skid plate up on top of this. So I can probably change, I've actually squirted it with some PB Blaster already, but I can probably change this one without removing this. I don't think I can get the second one changed. So let me see if I can get this one loose, and hopefully that will come out. Shed a little light on the subject. Here is my O2 sensor, the first one. So again, it's right up here, fairly easy to get to. Don't know how I'm going to get a wrench in there, but well, I could probably get a wrench in, but getting any leverage on it's not going to be easy. But I'm going to spray this a few more times and see if I can break it loose. Now what I'm going to use is a box-ended one. Hopefully this will help me get a better grip on it, but it's a 7/8, and I'm going to see if this works. Now I've got it on there. What I don't want to do is just try really hard to crush it. What I want to do is tap it and see if I can break some of that rust free. If I could get a good lock on it. I just can't get a good grip. Oh, there's just no good place to grab onto it. Nope. Nope, good place at all. God, I can't even get my hands around the wrench, fingers around it. Trying to go back and forth right now. Okay, so the wrench and the socket weren't doing it, so I've got a new toy. Borrowed this from a buddy. It's basically really a great socket for O2 sensors, and I picked this up because it's a rotating sort of breaker bar socket wrench. I could not get up in there with this because this just doesn't tilt. this can hopefully give me some tilt that I can get down and get some leverage on it. So let's give it a try. Sprayed it with some more PB Blaster. It just does not want to budge. Go back a little bit. Oh, that sucker is solid. I'm gonna add a little more leverage to the situation. Oh, it'd help if I had it down on there. Sitting down. Oh, it moved! Oh my god! Alright, now what I don't want to do is just start trying to take it off. Now that I've got it to move a little bit, I'm going to spray it with some more PB Blaster, get that down in there. If I can find the PB Blaster. Alright, now I'm going to try my regular socket wrench and see if I can ratchet it out of there. Alright, so let's go ahead and disconnect the cable. And of course it stops turning. But I have a feeling we should be able to get it out now. There we go. There is our O2 sensor out. I never thought I was going to get this thing done. Okay, so I've got the old one out. If you've got a Jeep, you absolutely have to go with the NTKs, NGK, whatever it goes by, but it's basically the best one for your Jeep. Any of the others, Bosch, anything like that, for some reason the Jeeps just don't seem to like them, and you may find yourself doing this again from everything that I've heard. But yeah, this is the new one. You also want to make sure that the end matches up with your new one. I've taken a look at it. It's pretty much the same thing. But yeah, I just need to get it out of the plastic and into the exhaust pipe. Sometimes the O2 sensor itself will be covered in plastic. This one probably should have been, but it does have this little plastic piece here that's got some anti-seize in it. If you are using one and it doesn't have the anti-seize, put it on, because as you can see, it was not easy to get that one out. The other thing is sometimes you have to plug them in first in order to be able to reach and then get the O2 sensor down in. In my case, I'm going to put it in, then plug it in, because if you don't, you might have to sort of pre-twist your O2 sensor wire, put it in, put it on so that the wire is then pretty much straight when it's coming out. In my case, because I do have room to work there underneath it, I can put this in and then plug it in afterwards. So we'll take off our little plastic piece. It does have some anti-seize in there. Try not to touch the end of it though if you can. Alright, let's see if I can find the hole, she said. Got it down in there. All right, and so yeah, we're good. I just need to plug it in. Now my kit came with a piece that I can use, a zip tie that I can use to attach it. So I need to figure out how to get it up in here and attach so that it's away from the exhaust. Hopefully you can see it. There's a little notch right here. And this is the piece that slips over it that you bend back in order to put it on and take it off. So that's how you line it up. And then it's just a matter of clicking it in place, which I can't do while holding the camera. There we go. Once you hear that click, you're fine, but I have so much wire to make sure I keep up out of the way here. Gonna have to figure something out. Okay, hopefully you can see it, but I used a little zip tie that they had that comes with a little notch that slips back into the same hole that the other one did right here. Got the wires bundled up a little bit. Everything's away from the heat of the exhaust and the trans, so we should be good. Starts up pretty well. Great. Runs nice and smooth now. Definitely improved. All right, so that's going to do it. That's how you change your oxygen sensor on your Jeep. The back one is pretty much the same thing. In my case, I really could not get it finished because my skid plate, when I brought it down, the frame was completely rusted out. I've got a previous video showing that process where I had to redo the whole frame. But I could also not get out that second O2 sensor. Once I had the skid plate free, I broke that breaker bar socket, a wrench that I showed you, my regular socket wrench, half-inch socket wrench, and I'm done. I am cutting that out just past the catalytic converter, and I'm putting on a new muffler and tailpipe. Got that right here. It's the muffler, tailpipe back. It was kind of rusted anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is put the O2 sensor into the pipe before the muffler. I've got a couple of bungs that a buddy of mine is going to weld into the muffler, and that will allow me to put the new oxygen sensor into that. So yeah, if you can, leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions on how I could have done it better. The only thing I didn't try besides all of the PB Blaster and the wrenching and all of that was heat, and it's because I had so much PB Blaster up there I didn't want to catch it on fire. Also, it wasn't easy to get to. Anyway, like it if you got anything out of the video, I'd appreciate it, and subscribe if you can. I'll be doing some more Jeep work on this thing. It's a Jeep. It always needs work. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.